What's going on, YouTube? It's Jeff Tuffner right here on the Glorious Podcast with a little bit of news. Now, this news I got might not be important, but it could be important. It's hard to tell. It's one of those situations. Again, I feel like I'm bringing up news videos at least once a week where it's one of those, it could be important or it could mean absolutely nothing because we're seeing this a lot lately. But anyway, let me get right into the news here. Waste no time. So the Staples Center website. The Staples Center is obviously where the No Mercy pay-per-view, September 24th, will be held. And this is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Now, if you go on the site and you go to the, pull up the No Mercy thing, the event, and then you go to the advertised superstars, you start reading it. It lists superstars like this. It says Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Bayley, Braun Strowman, Sasha Banks, Finn Balor, The Miz, Alexa Bliss, Sami Zayn, The Hardy Boys, Cesaro, and Sheamus. Now, and then it goes on to say, and many more Raw superstars. Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Now, you might have noticed something, that one of those names I just read is not a Raw superstar at this moment in time, and that is Sami Zayn. So, of course, this has led to the speculation that Sami Zayn could be back on his way to Monday Night Raw. Obviously, Sami Zayn came over to SmackDown in the Superstar Shakeup back in April, where almost everybody, every wrestling fan, if you could have asked them, would have said they would have liked Sami Zayn on SmackDown before, and they were happy, and we were all excited when he finally came out on that episode of SmackDown, and they haven't done anything with him on SmackDown. And to be honest with you, in my personal opinion, I enjoyed the Sami Zayn we saw on Raw better than the one we're currently seeing on SmackDown. The one we've seen on SmackDown really hasn't gotten into a legitimate feud. He had a little feud with Mike Kanellis there for a while, but that's appeared to have died off. He did not even have a match at SummerSlam, which is just ridiculous because he was on the pre-show SummerSlam last year. And I remember saying, hopefully he's somewhere better by this time next year. And then a whole year later, and it's even worse. He's not even on the card. And, it's not like he's injured or anything or whatever. They just have nothing for him on SmackDown, which is just ridiculous. They could put him in the storyline. It shouldn't be hard. I mean, it seems like an easy to find a storyline for him because he's got like that whole underdog character. I mean, his catchphrase is the underdog from the underground. So you shouldn't be hard to put a guy like him into a storyline where it would work. But I don't know what the deal is. I guess they just don't have anything for him. So I mean, maybe they are moving him back to Raw. I wouldn't be completely surprised if he ended up going back to Raw because there's a lot of people on SmackDown right now. I've said this before. Bobby Roode just got brought up. I mean, it's just really stacked roster on SmackDown, but we can't seem to see, everyone on a, you know what I mean? Like, we don't see Ty Dillinger either much of often. He would be better fit still in NXT, to be honest. Sami Zayn, we don't see him much. We haven't seen Mike Kanellis either. He hasn't really been appearing. I mean, and then just this last week on SmackDown, we didn't see Randy Orton. We didn't see Rusev. We didn't see the New Day. I mean, I'm not worried about the New Day, but they were just taking the week off, selling basically the loss at SummerSlam and all. They'll be back next week. I know that for sure. And then Randy Orton, on the other hand, he was in the dark match, I think, on SmackDown, so they just didn't, have anything from on the cards. I understand that, but specifically, the three names I always like to point out is Ty Dillinger, Mike Kanellis, and Sami Zayn. Three, kind of mid-card, maybe top, upper card people. So I always point them out because it's just like we never see them or see them in a legitimate feud, and it just pisses me off because they're all three of them are real talented and deserve better than what they're getting right now. And I don't understand why the writers on SmackDown just can't get them into something of an importance that would stand out and just, other than just sitting backstage and catering, because that's basically what they've done. I mean, Sami Zayn was in a backstage segment with Kevin Owens this week on SmackDown this past week. That's it. You know what I mean? So I hope, maybe I'm wrong, maybe we'll see them get into a legitimate storyline in the coming weeks. I mean, give them some time. SmackDown does have a while before their next pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, which isn't until October 8th. So give them some time. But I would love to just see, all three of these guys kind of get into some type of storyline in the coming weeks on SmackDown. But as for Sami Zayn, I don't think he's going to move to Raw. I think my personal opinion on this is it's just a complete typo. Someone made a mistake or whatever, and mistakes happen. We've seen them a countless number of times a mistake happen, but I think this is just a mistake. Sami Zayn, I think, will stay on SmackDown for at least the time being, and this was a mistake. Could be real, though. We don't know. But that's it, guys. Let me know if you think Sami Zayn is going to go to Monday Night Raw, or he's just going to stay on SmackDown, and this whole, thing on the Staples Center website is just, a mistake, typed up wrong, typo, whatever, in the comment section below. And leave a like, subscribe, and follow me over on Twitter. The link is listed in the description, as always, and I'll see you later today with some more news right here on the Glorious Podcast.